Jai Shri Sai. On behalf of Shirdi Sai Global Foundation and Shirdi Sai International, I extend a very warm welcome to today's program, the live interaction with Dr. B Satpathy Ji. I also wish you a very happy Dusshera. Let me give a very short introduction about Dr. B Satpathy Ji. I think many of us who are on this call today have known him for many years. There are some people who have been interacting with him for the last few years. And there are some people who have, over the last few months, have heard about him, but have not met him in person. Respected C.B. Satpathy Ji is a noted scholar, spiritual thinker, author, and humanitarian. Well-known universities have conferred Dr. C.B. Satpathy Ji with honors like D.Litt, Doctorate in Law, and Doctorate of Science. Dr. Satpathy Ji joined Indian Police Service in 1972 in the Uttar Pradesh cadre and retired as Director General of Police in 2008. During his illustrious career spanning 36 years as a police officer, Dr. Satpathy Ji received medals from the President of India for gallantry, distinguished services, and meritorious services. Sri Guru Bhagavad, a detailed spiritual treatise authored by C.B. Satpathy Ji, depicts the theme of devotion towards the Guru with the basic features of Guru tradition. Originally written in Odia language, Guru Bhagavad has been since translated and sung in different languages, including Hindi, Punjabi, and Telugu. In 2015, Guruji became the first Indian to have been invited by the US House of Representatives as guest chaplain. Dr. C.B. Satpathy Ji is also the founder chairman of Shirdi Sai Global Foundation. Under his inspiration, guidance over the last many years, more than 350 centers and forums devoted to philanthropy, community development, spiritualism, promotion of Indian culture are active in countries like India, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, UK, and some other countries in Europe. As an illustration of the wide reach of Satpathy Ji over the last many years, today's event will be attended by devotees based in over 25 different countries. We are glad that devotees based in India, different parts of Asia, Africa, USA, Europe, even Australia have joined. It's difficult to summarize about Satpathy Ji in few words, and it's very important for us to know more about this extremely eminent personality. To help us to know more about him, I would now play a short video presentation.
Notable philosopher, author, humanitarian, and spiritual thinker. Born on the 14th of January 1948 in India, he hails from a family of academicians and civil servants. After completing his master's in political science, he taught the subject in a leading college under Delhi University. In 1972, he was selected for the prestigious Indian Police Service. Conferred with 3 awards by the President of India: Police Medal for Gallantry, Police Medal for Meritorious Services, and Police Medal for Distinguished Service. Dr. Satpathy has chosen the medium of writing books, delivering speeches, encouraging Indian classical and devotional music, and also assimilating and amalgamating different cultures across continents. Many notable artists, dance, and cultural groups have been encouraged by him at various forums from time to time. Influenced by the great spiritual personalities of India, like Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa and Swami Vivekananda, particularly Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi, he utilized his time and energy to carry on with humanitarian activities. He has constantly endeavored for the welfare of the society, and particularly the underprivileged. He is the founder patron of Shirdi Sai Global Foundation, Haryana, that has worked extensively in the area of relief and rehabilitation during natural disasters, helping more than 30,000 families till date. He is the patron and guide of Swabhiman Odisha, a society dedicated for the welfare of the differently abled that has helped more than 20,000 differently abled children and youth. Over 200 spiritual and philanthropic centers created by Dr. Satpathy across India and other countries like USA, New Zealand, Australia, UK, Canada, South Africa, and few countries in Europe are engaged in charitable and philanthropic activities like conducting health camps, distributing food and clothing to the needy, and running charitable dispensaries, helping about 300,000 people every year. To look after the health of animals, he created veterinary dispensaries, giving free treatment to the distressed ones. He is the founder patron of 3 leading educational institutions engaged in providing value-based education with international affiliation and student exchange programs, including free education for the poor and needy. For his scholastic achievements, he has been conferred with honoris causa from 5 Indian universities. Many prominent personalities of India have appreciated and recognized Dr. Satpathy's contribution for humanity and the society.
Under the guidance of Dr. Satpathy Ji, Shirdi Sai Global Foundation not only undertakes different philanthropic activities such as humanitarian support during natural calamities, health, and education service to the poor, infirm, and destitute, but as part of the centenary celebrations, the foundation's call to everyone to create global Sai consciousness so as to carry such philanthropic activities in a cooperative manner is indeed praiseworthy.
Besides receiving a large number of honors and recognitions in India, Dr. Satpathy has also been internationally recognized for promoting Indian culture, humanism, and spirituality. Recognizing the role of Dr. Satpathy towards spreading core values of peace, respect, and compassion towards all, Dr. Satpathy was invited by the US House of Representatives through the House Chaplain to open the House of Representatives session on June the 24th, 2015 as guest chaplain. This is a unique honor ever bestowed upon an Indian citizen in its 228 years of history.
O Lord, by your will, we are born in different nations, speak different languages, and follow different religions and cultures. Yet we are all your children and ever grateful for your love and protection. Evoke in us pious thoughts and feelings to shun all hatred and violence and become worthy of your services. Bless our future generations to imbibe this spirit of love, sacrifice, and cooperation. Guide us in following saints like Shirdi Sai Baba, who proclaimed in Hindi, Sabka Malik Ek, meaning God is the master of all. Inspire us as your trustees to nourish and protect the world around us to sustain all life. Guide us along the ethical and holistic path of self-control, purity of purpose, and dedication enshrined in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. O Lord, bless this august assembly and this nation in performing its national and global responsibilities towards furthering the cause of humanity. Om.
On this historic event, Congressman Jim McDermott said,
"It's my privilege this morning to welcome our guest chaplain, Dr. Chandrabhanu Satpathy, and I can't think of a time when the values of peace, respect, and compassion are needed more here in our own country and in other parts of the world. Dr. Satpathy's moving invocation this morning serves as a motivation to each of us gathered here to always remember what ultimately unites us far outweighs what divides us, regardless of language, culture, or creed."
Many people who have had a long-standing relationship with him say, even a short meeting with Dr. Satpathy may change one's life forever. Walking hand in hand with people of all strata of the society, Dr. Satpathy has touched everyone to the core with his unique way of belongingness and benevolence.
We can experience God here and now. If you see a person starving to death, all we need is to feed him with a piece of bread. Only praying won't do at that moment. God comes to the starving in the form of a piece of loaf. After taking the bread, he thanks God.
Jai Shri Sai, once again. I would now request Revered Dr. B Satpathy Ji to kindly come on the screen. Pranam.
Namaskar.
Pranam. Thank you so
Namaskar.
much. Thank you so much, Guruji, for joining us. We're happy to tell you that there are over 100 devotees based in across 25 different countries from Asia, Africa, US, Europe, who have joined and who are eager to hear from you about Shirdi Sai Baba, about Hindu religion, and of course about today's occasion of Dussehra. I'm told that Virendra Sharma ji, he's a member of parliament from UK, is also on the call.
Namaskar. Jai Shri Sai. Happy Dussehra to all of you, wherever you are. Not only you, your family members and the loved ones. Dussehra is a function, event of the Hindus, which actually socially cuts across the Hindus. I think everybody joins in that mirthful and joyous situation. Basically, it is the solar equinox and the summer time beginning, March 21st, winter time beginning. September, it changes northwards. This is a geographical, astronomical situation in which the forces of Earth and Sun, as per one view, gets readjusted because of change of the angle. This is one. And therefore, the distance between of various places of the Earth and the Sun differs, and therefore, winter comes in, and in summertime, summer comes in. This is one aspect of it. The second aspect is that agricultural products. Agricultural system gives some products after the rain, and a new farm has to start, a new set of activities. Rain is over, flowers will come. This is the second. One very basic and important aspect of Hinduism through the last 5,000 years has been market. Whereas the best places, seashore, hilltop, nice jungle spot, has been turned into tourist spots in most of the countries. These were given to in the name of gods, devas, devatas in India. Call it Badrinath, call it Tirupati, call it seashore, Jagannath, call it Dwaraka, anywhere and everywhere. Best of the spots, Kamakhya, you see full of it in Kashmir and Srinagar, everywhere. They were given in the name of God. That is one of the aspects. Similarly, anything that gave us happiness, like a new product, like I get new rice, well, I can just eat it and say, hello, how do you do? No, that converts into a pleasurable festival. To convert small things in the name of God gives a more ethical, legal sanctity at the time it was happening, and also a cohesiveness of the society. So everything, like the Dussehra is one function, or Durga Puja, in which the cohesiveness comes through a puja, through a statue of Devi, and then food exchange, and all these things happens. That is what it is exactly. So Dussehra, as I said, is a season. In our childhood, I belong to Odisha, in fact, Cuttack. The schools and colleges used to be closed for 7 days. I think so must be happening in Bengal, eastern side states, and I think Assam could be bit of Bihar. So it was a part of our life, waiting for the Dussehra holidays. Today, situation has changed. You call it Dussehra from point of view of Shirdi Sai Baba devotees is extremely important because that is the day in which he left his body in the Dussehra day, 1918, 15th October. So obviously, the day of departure of the master, wherever, is celebrated by the temples and the devotees and the institution who are busy propagating the philosophy and noble deeds of Shirdi Sai Baba. However, even if Dussehra is there, even Shirdi Sai Baba's Samadhi is there, let us come to a reality of today. Tomorrow we can do differently, but today the reality is because of Corona. There's a lot of, I just sent you may find out in the YouTube or somewhere, one article on this Corona. Musings. I think it takes a little time for it to settle. Even if vaccines are created, let's say, after test and all that, manufacture and distribution to a large number of people in the world, at least 50% something, so that it becomes ineffectible, decontaminating, may take a little time. So we live with a new reality. In that reality, our priority is definitely to see that whatever we do, it is Corona targeted. We should not do anything like I went to Shirdi Sai Baba temple today after a long time because of the function. I think incidentally somebody has just advised me to take out the specs and put a blue one so that the shadow doesn't come on my eyes. Do I look okay? Thank you. So it is. So the state governments, central governments, municipality authority, police authority, district level officers, they have issued some instructions. This has been done by a lot of deliberations with the experts of the subject, national, international. We must go by the principle of science. If it says don't do, we'll not do. Let me cut out one blind faith that if you do anything, if you don't go to Baba's temple today or any Devi's puja today, the way you used to do, take out a palki and it is a sin. It is not a sin. They are self-created ideas or propagated ideas. Some of the people actually ignore it and some people are interested to make best use of the situations of fear. God is not, are you God loving or fear loving? Love of God or fear of God is the issue. Shirdi Sai, saints like Shirdi Sai Baba, Ramakrishna Paramahansa, etc., they never preached fear of God. They preached love of God. This is the fundamental question. That is how they sustained. So today, if the science says that by Corona will afflict like this, don't do, you have nothing to fear if you're not going to temple and not doing all those detailed rigmaroles of puja. One of the wrong misconceptions is science versus religion, which is absolutely wrong. If science had not come the way it has come, my speaking with you would not have been possible. My taking medical care would not have been possible. Life would have been like the caveman as yet, hiding in the cave when it's scared. The quality of human brain would not have developed of Homo sapiens. So God is revealing through science more than yajna or yoga today. There may be individual yajna, yoga, fine. But what is we controlling the nature's elements has given human beings a superiority over other. Control of fire gave them the first control. Now they are controlling nature. An animal cannot control nature and use it, potentialize it to characterize at his own will. Human beings can, like atomic power or anything you say. So let us say, while having faith in the deity, in Durga, etc. They are principles of nature, and we should follow the diktats of science today to survive and let the human race grow further. No spiritual leader or deity, if they are actually kind as we call them, would ever like that for my personal worship, I contaminate people and other devotees suffer. That's not correct. So that's my first message. We'll enjoy. We can do online. They're online. God has given online happiness, sharing of social religious theories. We can do it. We may not be able to have and social distancing and mask, etc. We should follow that, absolutely. Wherever in the world, that should be done. One. So I've spoken about Dussehra, I've spoken a little bit about Corona. I've been mandated by my friend who introduced me, how you say, to speak on these three. I must thank him. I had a very long, very eulogizing statements about me. Okay, that's your kindness to speak good of anyone. Thank you, Monu, for introducing me this way and for organizing this from the beginning. And thank you all to start with for being present here. Actually, I had no idea. I think we decided to 7 days. Whole day today, since 2 days, I've been doing this only. Maybe television in Odisha, something in YouTube in Bengal, I mean something Bengali, something is going on. Now let us say, most of the people staying here must be knowing something about Shirdi Sai Baba. Some people know a little, some people try to know, some people have some experiences, some people have visited Shirdi, some people have built temples, some people are busy in humanitarian work, something, philanthropy work. That religion, or that in the name of religion, institution or group has no value unless it is for the good of others. Self-good anybody can do. By the law of nature itself, we are prepared instinctively to protect ourselves. Like a calf starts jumping and running very shortly, 3 hours after birth. Compulsiveness, inbuilt intelligence gives us our self-interest. So those who are absolute self-interest, they were very primordial, animal instinctive. Everybody will want his food and everything. What does spiritualism say? I don't use the word religion much, really. Spiritualism, again, I may define in my way, expansion of spirit to observe others. I may be a big professor, I may speak, but if I can expand my spirit to observe others, and that to not at all at somebody else's cost. There's a very nice phenomena. There's something wrong in the country, something's wrong here. Why it should be changed? Why not change? The process is rotten. I find it so nice here. Then why did you come and do it, my boy? That's one issue. Whether somebody else should do it, that's one situation. I say that's sort of, but then again, they are the part of the body polity and the country, and they will all have a right to live. Therefore, Shirdi Sai Baba and the like taught service to others. What did this Shirdi Sai Baba did? He came about, as per my research book, New Findings of Shirdi Sai Baba, comes from 1872. And he lived up to 1918. Nobody knew anything about him. All the speculations that he belonged to some place, his parents' name was not known, his original religion was not known, his education was not known, nothing was known. Except that he appeared there and was not taken very kindly by people. Stone pelting, he looked weird. I think the typical sadhu type, dadi and all that. Obviously. Human beings have a tendency of looking at pattern of things. Human intelligence grew because of looking at patterns. This man had a different pattern in behavior and in his looks. So not acceptable till he proves that he is innocent or he is not harmful. But looking at the patterns. Therefore, somebody threw stones. But the young man, as he was, said to be 16, but I think he was 30. He served them with herbal medicine. went to house without asking for it. Even people who discarded him, he would help. And his need was very minimal. He would beg in 5 houses. As for Hinduism, there is a system called Madhukari. The real sannyasis should go to 5 houses and beg, and with that manage. Give it 50% to the disciples and manage. You have to give it to animals also. Fine. A lot of money started coming. The Mumbai crowd and Maharashtrian crowd started coming. In fact, Maharashtra made him what he is, basically, later in spread. Then it grew. And why did it grow actually? Why did it grow so fast? Today, you see hundreds and hundreds of temples. People and every car and shop in Delhi. They hide photos, something. People who never went to Shirdi in other countries also, why should they build these temples? I know that the movement started Baba's after 1954 when the statue was there. Before that, there was no statue. His first book on him came, a magazine came in 1923, Sai Leela, depicting his greatness and anecdotes that was taking place. And a book called Sai Sachitra came in 1929 in Maharashtra language, later translated in all the languages. That's what happened. And now it's going to be 10 pieces now. Written in the most classical Puranic style of writing, anecdotal, and of course explaining like comparative religion, what he is doing, what the religion says. Okay. Shirdi Sai Baba actually is irrelevant today because today nobody wants a medium between himself and God or anything. Earlier, there are too many mediums between the faith. I need various layers to go, and various. Caste is a medium, is one of the obstructions. Ritualism is one of the obstructions. Language is one of the, and somebody else has to dictate how I should love God. Bhakti is nothing but loving God in any form you like. You don't need have to be ritualistic. Need not, if you do not know. You necessarily don't have to learn Sanskrit. Although I can speak in Sanskrit, I understand. I love that language. But then, that is why in the 16th century, Surdas, Tulsidas, Odisha Jagannath Das, they came in vernacular language for making more understanding. How do you reach God to them in the simplest language with the least difficulty? As if God is a property of some people and not of others. This was the concept earlier. Even in the many religions, the king was known as the Pratima Vishnu, the empowerment of God, Lord Vishnu. That was also written. In Socrates' time, he was hemlocked. He took hemlock because of irrationalism. In 13th century, I sent Thomas Aquinas, separated, give to state what is due to state, give to Christ what is due to Christ. Let the king be separate from the God. Let this to be temporal and spiritual power both. So what happens when you give this power of faith to anybody? He plays a middle game. Shirdi Sai Baba had direct access to his people. As I say, the other Bhashri Ramakrishna also, in any case. Direct. You come and eat with me, you pray with me. Whatever you give a piece of bread, fine with me. It doesn't make a difference what caste you belong, which creed you belong, what is your temporal status, how much you are, nothing doing. We have a mind. Do we vibe with the mind? Do you understand me? I understand you. If you read the entire Sai Sachitra, you find one thing very prominent in that. He would ask, what were you thinking yesterday? What were you reading in that Satewara? He used to keep a watch on the mind. Lot of physical acrobatics, even in the name of spiritualism, actually lands nowhere. Good for physical. Jogos that you do is physical mostly. Spiritual yoga is quite a different definition. It's a different thing. Joining the mind and soul with the divine soul or oversoul or super soul. So he said, today, Shirdi Sai Baba is taken as a family member. You can worship even at home, need not go to temple, not necessary, particularly today. Whatever food you prepare, can give him, offer him. You can do his arti at home, fine. You don't have money, don't have to give you gold and nothing. You don't give to 108 lotus flowers, nothing doing, not necessary. One flower will do. You don't have to ask anybody what is the mantra. You know the mantra, you don't know the mantra. Calling from your heart. Love has the language by itself. All the other languages are artificial. Love contains its own language from heart. Hava. Any other language is symbolism, is a carrier. But this heart is not functioning properly. The language is either fraudulent or distorted. So he did not speak of very high theories. Vedanta, nothing. He spoke of simple human thought, human behavior. गरीब को मदद करो, उसको कपड़ा दो, भाई दो, बाकी जो लोग आए हैं उनको जितना मदद करो, गाली मत दो, etc. Simple thing. But as a perfect master, as a call, he could control the mind of people. And he had to go lot of I've written in my book how much strain he had to take, because you can maybe Maya ke sath khelta hu. When a saint like Christ even, or like even anybody gets into the playing in changing the society, he has to come in contact with the negatives of the society and contain it. And that he is bound to suffer on behalf of that. And they will suffer. But they have the divine mind and the capacity to tolerate all those and yet to do good. Tolerate the mischiefs and problems given by others who are not related without thinking of any returns, yet trying to help them, is the kindest sentiment that one can have. I appreciate Shirdi Sai Baba. I was attracted not because of miracles. Well, many people do miracles, many types of miracles. They are called siddhis. Even some people who are not rakshasas as much as siddhis as devatas. You must have seen Purana. The rakshasas, asuras are siddhis. They are so powerful. But they don't have the right sentiment for that, using that. So I believe the greatness of Shirdi Sai Baba is the universality of approach, and also the kindness he showed, tolerated everything, and then yet till the last day, he served everybody without expecting any returns and left no mark. Like somebody came to say, ashram, my name is there. Somebody like heir apparent, he will follow me. Write something written in my plaque. Nothing. Simple came and went. And that is the real theme of universe and human life on earth. Nothing will remain because the earth will also vanish up to 600 crores or 400 crores years. And nothing will last. All that you are seeing, and the time, some people are putting the time capsules on the earth as if that will remain till eternity. It can dug out and found out what all they did after the earth is not there. Anyway, but for the relative timing, certain things are behavior is necessary. And that ego is necessary sometimes to survive. Other people don't work. But in the historical perspective, this is about personal perspective. In the historical perspective, Shirdi Sai Baba came in a time in India was going through a crisis. Imagine Bahadur Shah Jafar sent to jail, died there. Lagta nahi hai dil mera ujle diyar pe. 1835, Makkol had come, English language had come. 1803, Marathas were defeated, and British government was coming. So British government after 1857 came with Christianity, British government, English language, 3. Muslim kingdom failed, Urdu was going. Muslim religion was finding difficult to set because of onslaught. Hinduism didn't know what to do. It had been under slavery already, subjugated. It was trying to find out its way. At that time, imagine that time. So Bal Gangadhar Tilak comes and Ganapati Bappa Moria. So 3 religions, 3 languages, 3 kingdoms, 3 power points fighting. Well, who could balance that point? It was very difficult for many of the saints to find it time. To pick up the unison, you needed somebody who could balance it. You find the details to it. I've done my research on this. I'm speaking with the British Intelligence Report 1911. I can show you what the British were thinking about him. In my book, it will find British Intelligence Reports on Shirdi Sai Baba. Eyes was there. I have written all that. He was here as a gentleman who was there. Everybody has to come. First, they doubted him to be a sort of a helping the political activists, but nothing, ultimately nothing. He was absolutely purely spiritual. It proved Therefore, they could do nothing. Absolute spiritual man. So that is what Shirdi Sai Baba did at the time. And today, therefore, people love him because of his straightness. And of course, personalized information and experiences cannot be substituted by anyone. I have my experience, I will go. You have your institution. I'm not going that. We believe whatever we do, we will do not only a ritualistic, formal, and published in the newspapers. We have held so many meetings, so many poor people we fed. We don't know how many thousands we feed in temples here. Or, oh, that's sort of not a job. Some organizations said that is for them, not for us. We don't want to say that, ask for that. We are doing in the name of the master. If you are following a teacher, then there are three things. He gives an advice. These advice are codified in the Sai Satchitra or any whatever. They are all codified. And then what do you pick up from there? The Upadesh. In that Upadesh, you find out others. Others money, what is the moral? Second step. And from what that moral, what is the, he wants you to do then. आज्ञा क्या है? वो आज्ञा कोई जबरदस्ती नहीं किसके सर में घुसा सकता है. बाबा ने कहा ये ना करो, करना है तो कर लोगे. कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता. आदेश, उपदेश. रादर पहले उपदेश, आदर्श, आदेश. उपदेश से आदर्श, आदर्श आपके लिए आदर्श हो गया. आदेश के आदर्श जो दिए आपके लिए, that becomes a dictate for you. If the devotees follow, they follow. If they don't follow, well. He himself has said, all the seeds that you put, mango seeds in the earth, unearthed, and the mango tree grows, don't think that all trees will have the mangoes, each mango become ripe and good one. Some of them may fall off. Some branches may also create problems, so we chop them off. So that is what it is. Basically, they are kind people, saints. They have got higher quantitative of care. They can, I mean, sometimes they don't know how to hurt a man or harm a man. Even if they know he is going to harm me. Somebody wanted to cheat it. Even the Catholic Christ, he knew that somebody was going to cheat him, but he couldn't. Because that's not basic nature. The nature has changed completely. And this nature is called the divine nature. And this particular kindness, that we have our divine natures. All of us have. And when you show our divine nature of tolerating everything yet doing good to our children? Because we created. God created us. So he shows divine nature. We created our children. Automatically, the divine nature comes to pay, particularly mothers. Protecting, giving to the body, child, and at any cost, tolerating everything. So we have this potentiality of divine nature, but we have experienced it at home, but we have not practiced it deliberately. All that is necessary is this. Shirdi Sai never said, leave your home and become sannyasi and go to Gufa, nothing. Situation has changed. Where is the Gufa these days? Where is that cold? I mean, Himalaya hills, now everybody is moving everybody. Situations have changed. So what do? We do at home. Under the given condition, whatever improvement of our quality of mind or spiritualism is called. Do the physical part of the yoga and pranayama, ulom bilam, that's perfectly good body. But then that good body is meant for what? In spiritual world, meant for service. If those qualities have not come, that body is fine. You can become good pahalwan also with that good body. Converting that good body with yoga or pranayama and their mind for the help of others, all to contain the negatives in us. We have certain negatives. Head is a lot of gas cylinders. You just want a flicker, in 1 second blast off with the ego. 1 second blast off. Imagine how many times it is blasted off in our cases, how many times we repeat it. It happens. Again, natural. It's not unnatural. And one thing, most important thing is that don't compare and contrast your spirituality with anybody else's. There's a sad statement. We compare that fellow doesn't know, he's not doing the proper prayer to Baba, I am doing it for. Well, not necessary actually. It's a private situation. I may or may not do. People may not go to church, but they can be very kind and good people. When if somebody doesn't believe in a God, he is not necessarily bad. Even atheists, they are not bad people. One may not believe in God, but he believes in goodness. What is your problem there? It's okay. Basically, what is contributed for my happiness, I earn in a honest way, I spend in an honest way, maybe luxury, honestly. But while enjoying that and earning, I don't create a problem for others. I don't earn in a manner which harms others. I don't enjoy in a manner which harm others. Plus, when enjoying, I also see that others also enjoying happily by little contribution. That's virtue. That's virtue. I think in the United States, I think in Seattle, I was talking once, I think, that bridging the gap between nations award. I was there. I was telling them, look, if you go by business parlance or the qualities, requirements, what will the best businessman will do? All of your business, most of you. You want to produce the highest quality of product, highest quantity of product at a minimum cost and a minimum time. The best businessman is he who produces the highest quality, highest quantity, minimum cost, minimum time. Okay. And in the world's history, start from 3rd September 1939, when UK declared war in Germany. The best production at the time was of Hitler Germany. It was very genius later, which science actually later on went to other countries. They took it. Good. But then why did he fail? He failed because 2 points it was missing, I'm telling you. You may have the highest quality production, highest quantity, minimum cost, minimum time. He put everybody in job. But the 2 points, we must remember in life, those people who created your production, or even in family people, let's say, how happily they did so. Was they doing it happily? Secondly, the product was utilized for which happiness? Was it utilized for happiness or unhappiness? How happily you do so, and how happily the product is used. If that is not there, the spiritualism is not there. There is a mechanical system, mechanical theory of society. In a mechanical theory of society, an individual is just a part of a car. And as the tire gets worn up, you throw it. It has no value in the car or you. That's a society. Is our society mechanistic, like part of it, or organistic? Organistic means if a finger tip, if it a pin, not only that pains, my whole body pains. That is what the state should be. We call welfareism and all that ideas. Organistic society means every individual in this state, if it pains, it is not only that guy, but the whole society feels pain. Vasudhaikum Kutumbakam is a word very easily said than done. That's good. That is the ideal. What is ideal is not necessarily done, but it is a path shown towards which one must progress. India has been as I said, if you ask me India's past, actually, I told you, the best places were given to the gods. Imagine. Best places anywhere, nobody in any other country was given. And the best of products were given in the name of God. Things have changed now. World is becoming more differently we look. So, my friends, going back to Shirdi Sai Baba and going back to our lives, world is going through a change. This change is going to bring terrible amount of, I don't say negatively. There are many theories in the world about how it change. I was sure, I did a speech in 1912 or 2015, I already said this. In my book, it is written that disease will come that will change the psychology of human being. Psychology is going to change now. We have to readjust. We think it is for bad. No, it's not for bad. When plague came, cholera came, malaria came, they got reduced. You may take it a little time. Just imagine, my friends, let us not talk about the prophets of doom, as people said. Dunya doob jayega, hum mar jayega, kya karega? When human beings, human intelligence, cerebral capacity had not reached that level that it could explore science and technology. कुछ नहीं था, आज जागे भागता था, खाता था जंगल में. Like that. And when the concept of God had not also come, early tribals, when we lived in snake, fire, flood, all that. The concept of God had not come by the time as today as Homo sapiens. Even then, in spite of all the onslaughts, human society existed to be what we are today. Human society, when didn't have science as developed, even anywhere near the technology science of today, or even the concept of God, through which we have proposed the human civilization, yet they survived. Do you think that human society will not survive and will go on fretting over that everything is wrong? I don't think so. I don't think so. Some people have died few lakhs. What is the percentage? I don't think it's welcome. As I said, organized theory of the society, we pray for this force, etc. But then, I'm telling you, is not the negative part of human society or human beings, like I'm one. I'm only saying the strength. We have to have value of our own strength, our own system, our own science, our own societal strength, our Sanskriti, culture, which can hold binding. Culture holds binds. Now we are developing a world culture. Economically, we have world culture and we are having world culture. We are going to get into world culture in every field: education, science, explorations, everything, product movements. We are developing world culture. Get ready for that. And also, I read in my book that the fourth human race, anthropological studies, has certain cerebral capacity. With this sort of a sudden change, the fifth human race is coming. Actually, this is going to catapult the coming of the human race. I've written, funny message, that in future they will talk without speaking. They'll communicate without speaking. If that's going to be. Maybe. So let us see this particular change, not as an ultimate disaster, but as a process. Now, for students, I know students from, I'm in Gurgaon, a student used to go from here to Noida in a law college. उसको 1.5 घंटा 2 घंटा लगता था. सुबह 1.5 घंटा 2 घंटा जाए, वहां पर कुछ 2 घंटा देखना आके dead. Don't have to go now. पैसा बच गया, money saved. You don't, those are useless. That was the part of the process that can be avoided. Process took more time than the actual education. Process of going, process of parking of car, process of taking the tram and getting trouble. Now this process was cut out. So what is coming in future is the shortening of the process for getting the actual value of time. I know any change is going to create a new mindset, but this new generation is very lucky that way, I must say. They're brilliant generation. Their brilliance has to be given a little more direction. They are given a lot of knowledge, formal knowledge. But to convert knowledge into wisdom, underline the word, convert knowledge into wisdom is the duty responsible of the parents and the teachers. And how do you convert their knowledge into wisdom? It is with patience and walking with them some steps, not discarding them totally. Watching, of course, keep a watch. Nobody says, like you keep a watch on yourself also. So, be as it may. I think I should not further proceed. I've already spoken. I can go on like this. So, Shirdi Sai Baba's temples are there very much in, I think, Minneapolis, Chicago, I've got Bellevue, and those people must be listening here somewhere. So, on this Dussehra, on the Mahasamadhi day, what did I do today, Mahasamadhi? I could have shut down, did a prayer for 4 hours, a yajna for 2 hours, then Garib and all those sentimental things. I didn't do anything. I just said 5 minutes before and then say, what is my work? My dear master, do the work. So I've been working today, I've been working 10 hours. And now I'm talking with you from the morning. 3 interviews and 2 books, reviews and all that. I've been working. The only thing you can give as a gratefulness to anybody is work for him or his cause. And since his masters didn't have any surface work for a cause, it is proper that we should work for a cause. I mean, dry promises and dry reading doesn't actually matter. And they're always thinking that there's a problem and somebody else should handle it is the worst sort of a scenario that I've seen. We have to handle ourselves. And that's what he taught me, at least. And I'm grateful to Baba. I'm grateful to all of you, in fact. Nobody can say that he has done everything. Not possible. If I give a very oft-repeated example, light is burning, you think the light is great. Like somebody told, I'm so great. No, sir. The bulb is important, but the bulb is with a plug. It is in a socket. The socket is a wire. That wire goes to switch. The switch goes to the main electricity board, substation. Any point broken, it is not done. Imagine our lives. So many points has made us what we are. Any point had been dislocated, we would not have been what we are and boasting about it. So thank you very much for being a part of this deliberation organized Ramon. I feel nice to know why. I need not be, somebody said we are grateful to you. No, you'll be grateful if you are grateful to me. I will be grateful if I want you to be grateful. Talking about the master gives me the pleasure to talk. I have my pleasure in Dussehra day to talk with you. And my patience audience is a very impossible thing these days. So thank you very much. I wish all the best for family. Maybe sometime we will meet or may have some occasions to deliberate like this, reconnect, I can say. Till then, all the best. May Shirdi Sai bless you all and keep Corona free. And the only prayer today, God keep us Corona free and rest will happen. Jai Shirdi Sai. Thank you.
Guruji, thank you so much for your thoroughly enriching and intellectually stimulating discourse. And I'm sure, and speak on behalf of everyone, we have currently, I think, 140 people who are listening to you, that your speech will help us to walk in the path shown by Shirdi Sai Baba. But जैसा आप जानते हैं, जब आप कहते हैं तो हमारा दिल भरता नहीं है इतनी जल्दी. So there are some requests on behalf of some devotees who would like to speak to you and extend greeting on this auspicious occasion of Dussehra. With your permission, I would like to invite Mr. Virender Sharma Ji. He's the Member of Parliament, UK in the United Kingdom, and he has been in the Parliament for almost 13 years.
You don't have to introduce me. We have met.
Yes, many times.
नमस्कार.
विरेंद्र शर्मा जी को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि वो स्क्रीन पर आएं.
ठीक है. नमस्कार डॉक्टर साहब. It's a great pleasure once again to meet you during this Corona virtual meeting. As you have already said, that we should pray to Sai to save us from Corona, so that we can meet physically face to face rather than virtually. As you know, sir, that I am a great, I can use the term admirer, and also always feel honored in your company and your contribution on the social values in the 21st century, and the guidance to the individuals to have this planet free of all ills. I admire that and admire your contribution all the time. Today's contribution was very clear message on peace, value-based education, and making sure that the future generations do the work which is necessary on today's terms. I'm not here to give a lecture on that, but I'm here to give you the greetings and our wishes on Dussehra, so that you have a healthy, long life, so that you can keep us guiding in the future many, many years to come. Jai Sai Ram. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
Guruji, next, I would like to invite, again with your permission, Rajesh Ji. He's the trustee of Shirdi Sai Temple in New Jersey. I think the people who are on this event, they can see on the screen the Shirdi Sai Dham Temple in New Jersey. What they have done is they have put a big projector in the main hall of the temple, so that the devotees who are visiting the temple today can listen to your discourse. Rajeshi, can you please come on the screen?
Guruji Pranam. I hope you are listening.
Yes.
My voice is coming, right?
I'll get you Roger 5.
Thank you, Guruji. Really, on behalf of Shirdi Sai Dham, we wish you, first of all, very happy Dussehra, and we wish you long life. And actually, this is a great moment for all of us. And we are actually looking forward to your visit to our temple, and really fortunate to get your blessings in the near future. And really, again, fortunate to listen to you on this auspicious day. And thank you very much for your forward also for my forthcoming book. Really, it is in the form of blessings. You send it to me. I have no words to thank you, and I really admire of you, and see you in the near future. And we request you all on behalf of Shirdi Sai Dham to see you in the near future. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajeshi. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajeshi. Next, I would request Sunita from Luxembourg to please come on the screen.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
Wishing you a very, very happy Dussehra, Guruji, and wishes to Shirdi Sai Global Family. Greetings from Sai Family, Luxembourg. Grateful to you, Guruji, for taking the time out during and meeting and blessing us, especially in these times where we feel very reassuring to have your blessings on this auspicious day of Baba's Day. So we would feel really delighted and blessed if you make a Europe trip after the pandemic is over, and we would be honored to host you in Luxembourg once again. It was the best time of our life in 2017 when we got the blessings and we were, had the blessing to have you in Luxembourg. So thank you so much for coming today and blessing us.
Thank you. If I go to Europe, I'm sure you will rope me in. I'll be in Luxembourg. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Guruji. We'll feel blessed.
Next, I would request Sukant Sahu from London. He's part of the Odia Society of UK, and he's also a trustee of Shri Jagannath Trust. They are building a temple in the UK with the guidance of Guruji. Sukantji.
Guruji, namaskar. Happy Dussehra to you and to everyone. It is our pleasure to meet you again. And I went to the Wembley Temple where you had the darshan when you were in London for the Sai Puja. So I had Baba's darshan first before I come and before the meeting. And thank you, Virender Sarmaji. Acha laga aapko dekh ke. I'm trying to reach your team for the Jagannath Temple initiative. We are planning to put a statue in South Hall Ram Mandir. So I would like to cordially invite you on. I'll send you an invitation officially also. And Guruji, I need your blessing, as you told me in the past, so to smoothen our process to finish it. And may this corona demon get killed soon, and the whole world has come to normal, and we see you again, and you bless for the temple. That will be the biggest blessing for the.
ईश्वर करुणा के ऊपर हम आजकल बैठे हैं.
Yes, हमारा चेयरमैन और सेक्रेटरी प्रकाश दे और सहदेव स्वाई भी है लाइन पे, उनको भी वेलकम है और Dussehra wishes to everyone.
धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Sukantji. Next, I would request Vijay and Raji from Shirdi Sai Trust, Belgium, to kindly greet Guruji.
Namaste, Guruji. Namaste, Guruji.
क्या हाल है? ठीक है. Thank you. I know.
We are very happy to see you and also take your blessings and good message on this Dussehra event day. We still remember when in your last Europe visit, we met you and expressed our wish to have Baba Mandir in Belgium. And you immediately said that we will have it in 3 years' time. And exactly now we have Baba Mandir, Guruji, with your blessings. And we also formed a small trust, Shirdi Sai Samsthan, Belgium. And we formed a group of devotees and getting connected through WhatsApp and Facebook and Zoom meetings. We are having daily aratis to Baba by Baba's blessings, and we are hosting that live casting it every Thursday evening and Friday evening for the Dhoop Arati. So all devotees of Belgium are watching it. With your blessings, we would like to seek, we would like to grow this mandir as well. So we request your blessings, Guruji.
Thank you very much. I'll be there as the time permits.
Thank you,
Thank
Vijay.
you,
Thank you,
Guruji.
Raji.
We like to see you in the next Europe visit. Please visit us.
When I
as
come to
Guruji.
Europe, I'll come to a few countries, not one. We'll see how to handle it.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay, Priya, I'll come next time. I enjoyed my trip at Finland. It's good. We'll see next time we come.
Priya ji.
Sairam Baba.
Ram,
Happy Dussehra Baba.
same to you, Priya.
Baba, we are very blessed that we had you on 2017, and we just request you on the behalf of our devotees from Finland, that please visit us once again, bless us with your visit, and bless us with a new big temple which you can inaugurate. So please bless us and visit us, Baba.
Again, thanks on behalf of all the devotees who have joined today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your extremely busy schedule. I know it's not easy, but especially on a day like Dussehra when you have so many commitments. सबकी तरफ से फिर से आपको धन्यवाद बोलूँगा, and आशा करता हूँ कि आगे भी हमें ऐसा मौका मिले जब आपसे डायरेक्टली वर्चुअली या होपफुली फिजिकली आपसे मुलाकात हो पाए.
अच्छा ऐसा है कि मैं फर्स्ट आई विल थैंक यू एंड सेकंडली सक्सेस योर वाइफ, जो आप दोनों यहाँ पर ऐसे हमसे कोऑर्डिनेट कर रहे थे. The technical people are always behind, nobody knows who has done it. So Birendra Sharma ji, thank you very much for being here. And when I come next time, I will have to plan it a little better way. I mean, time factor being there. We have done a great job at this Corona time. At least this communication system gives us to hear and say things we wanted to hear and say, but have not been able to say. You have thought of so many people, but don't know how to communicate. You get a forum, and human beings are basically gregarious. They have to communicate. Okay, so this occasion is very good. In the right time, on the day of Dussehra, it's significantly Baba's Mahasamadhi, and the time is very ripe for all those countries at this time. Matching time is difficult to find out a common slot of time for so many countries. You see, I understand that. It is, of course, Europe dominating. I know your number you fixed very well. So next, I like the gentleman who, I mean, the mayors. Please remember me to the mayors actually, whose county I had been there.
Guruji, sorry to interrupt. In fact, the mayor is also, ex-mayor is also on the call. Bhagwan ji, आप हैं आप यहाँ पर? I think he probably left, but he was also listening to you.
Then Bhagwan ji ko bol dijiyega. I mean, he treated me very well. It is regalia of the mayor. I liked it. It was very, very nice that man did. So I carry the nice memories, and also children that created a function and dance and all. So with these words, I give my best wishes. I pray Baba to keep you all happy, corona-free, and to have a more meaningful life these days. Thank you very much to you particularly for organizing this for all. Thank you. Jai Shri Sai.
Thanks everyone again on behalf of Shirdi Sai Global Foundation and Shirdi Sai International for coming and joining this nice event. Hope you liked it. We would definitely send out a feedback survey and look forward to hearing from you, your feedbacks, and also connecting in the future on our next events. Jai Shri Sai.